Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my podcast, Real Talk with Daniel. I'm the host, Daniel, and today we're going to be talking about faith. And before we get into that, let me tell you the verse of the week. The verse of the week is in all of your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. That's Proverbs 3:6. So let's get right into it. Maybe you're like me and you like to be in control. You like to know what's happening. You like just to like be in control of things. And so taking a step out in faith when you don't have the answer is a big like nope, not for me. Thanks though. Like peace out. I'm not doing that. And then maybe you just like I don't know, but letting go of control isn't easy. Like it's like just one of the most difficult things sometimes and scary is just going out in faith and just like not being in control, not knowing like what's next. But yeah, God doesn't call us to take the easy road. He really doesn't. He calls us to step out of our comfort zone and into faith at some point in our life. Either way, he's going to do it. God desires us to grow and mature in our faith by helping us learn and trust him and just rely on him and yeah. What does it mean to step out in faith? Stepping out in faith means trusting in God fully with whatever comes next. Like not just like trusting in him halfway, trusting him fully with all you have. It means not necessarily knowing what's the next step might be. Maybe you don't know what the next step will be, but he will give you the right tools and just give you the like people like to guide you and just give you the right resources just to help you through it. And oftentimes he calls us out of our comfort zone and to step out in faith because he doesn't want us to be comfortable. He wants us always to be growing and yeah. Has God ever called you to step out in faith? Has he called you into an uncharted territory? Like not like uncharted means like if you don't know it means like never explored or discovered. But here's a Bible verse. For we live by faith, not by sight. That's 2 Corinthians 5:7. So, how to know when God is calling you to move? There are many times in our life when God calls us to move. We just have to be willing to listen and respond. Yet, most of the time, we miss out on those opportunities because we are unwilling to move or unwilling to let God move through us. Maybe we're just unwilling to just go and take that next step, or maybe you're comfortable where you're at and you just don't want to go. But how to step out in faith when God nudges you. Sometimes you can't deny or ignore the fact that God is calling you to do something. It keeps coming to your mind, following through and accepting his calling might lead you down a road that is different from where you are or had planned to be. Maybe you need to affirm that what you think you're hearing from God and just what you think you need to hear from God, like you just need to be affirmed. We tend to shut out that sense when it is something that calls us out of our comfort zone or something we don't want to do. Do you want to step out in faith, but fear is holding you back? The very like this that's most people is fear is holding you back to step out in faith. We need to learn to rely and depend on him. Facing your fears. When hearing from God, we can be certain that he will help us face our fears. God might never give us to the complete answer, but he will guide us into the unknown. As you see in Matthew, Peter decides to face his fears by stepping out into the water. Sometimes we just have to get out of the boat and just get out of the boat and face our fears. We need to keep our eyes on Jesus, who will give us the strength and courage. Jesus will give us the confidence to move forward. Surrender to God's will. When asking you to step out in faith, he may be asking you to leave something behind or for something greater. He might want you to leave something behind and then something so much better. And when you leave that behind, so much better will happen to you and so much more. Rely on God. When He calls you to step out in faith, He will equip you with the skills and tools, anything you need to accomplish His will. He'll give it to you. Like, no doubt about it. Take a chance with the one who never disappoints. God, He never disappoints. And sometimes He just wants us to have faith without knowing the next step. As Christians, we can confidently take a chance on the one who never disappoints. He will guide us into the unknown. He will never disappoint you. He never disappoints, like, God of undisappointment. Prayer to step out in faith. How do you respond to God when He calls you to step out in faith? Often I turn to prayer to see where God is leading me. Maybe you're not sure where to go and you're just wondering, like, God, where do you want me to go? I'm not sure about where I'm supposed to go or if this is the right path. Just pray about it and just ask God, is that really what He wants you to do? And is that His will? But yeah, that's it for this podcast, episode 11. And I just want to thank you so much for coming back to another podcast. It's been so real, like these 11 episodes. And I just want to thank you for tuning tuning in. You might be new, might be your first episode, might be your 11th episode. But I just want to thank you for tuning in and being just supporting. And if you don't know, at 11 at 50 subscribers on YouTube, I'll have a special guest. So link in the bio description. They will have the link to my YouTube channel. You can subscribe, or maybe you watch this on YouTube and you're not subscribed. That'll help me out, help you out. But yeah, thanks you for coming back, and I'll see you in the next episode. And remember, every other Monday, it's been real. Thank you. Bye.